Assalamualaikum, we are from Group 2. For this assessment, we choose Mrt Project as our case study title. This group consists of five members, which is me, Maizatul Nazirah binti OSMAN, KHALYSHAH, SURAYA HANEEM, AIMAN, and WAHIDA FARIZA. So, let's begin with the first presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is KHALYSHAH and I'll be presenting for the introduction of Mrt Project. For the developing countries, the use of transit-oriented development or TOD is widely praised because it is a part of the urban and city plan to integrate the land use for supporting the sustainable development idea in the city's development. The availability of the train-based mass transit system successfully addresses city obstacles like traffic congestion, environmental issues, and urban growth, especially for the developing countries. Other than that, it also will make underdeveloped countries to follow the developed countries in the future, as it will benefit in economic. For example, it will help the government to increase the financial growth. Other than that, it will also attract many tourists to travel to the country. And when there are many tourists travel into the country, it will eventually increase the economic growth of the country. Technology improvement also important to make the Mrt project in Malaysia to happen. And the construction of public rail is a significant investment for the country. If not, the Malaysia will still be using old trains that have to use charcoal to move.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is AIMAN binti SHAHFIEE and my matric number is 2020483668. In this slide, I will continue to discuss about the other issue of Mrt project and how to overcome these issues. Okay, the issue is Mrt contractor has failed to comply SOP under Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994. The issues under this project is the Mrt contractor of Mass Rapid Transit Corporation Sindang Berhad did not comply with the standard operation procedure under the OSHA 1994, where the incident that took place in 18 August 2014, where the bad incident has causes 3 Bangladeshi workers died in a fatal worksite accidents as a result of a breach of safe work procedures at the Kota Damansara Mrt project site due to collapse of concrete. According to Tan Sri Lim Lam, a chairman of NIOSH, stated that the major issue of these incidents was the contractor's lack of regard for safety, where there were no supervisor or engineer present to oversee the paraben wall installation, which the paraben wall should be installed in accordance with protocol and procedure with a qualified supervision to guarantee that the operation process is carried out in accordance with the correct SOP. Then, the person who are responsible in these incidents has taken into action, where the CEO of Mrt Project, Dato' Azhar Abdul Hamid, has tendered his resignation and assured that a true inquiry will be conducted to determine the actual cause of the death, as well as the 3 engineers that responsible to supervise and managing on the worksite has resigned respectively, which include a project manager and 2 senior resident engineers. Okay, for the resolution, the Occupational Safety and Health Department (DOSH) promptly has issued a work stop order at the Kota Damansara site for the further investigation. However, The stop work order was partially lifted on August 24 and 29 to allow for the installation of temporary seams sheet piles, respectively, that causes by a single viaduct deck concrete fallen on the ground and due to lack of seams on the construction site. Okay, the other initiatives has taken where the MRT Corporation has emphasized a strict inspection at all construction sites in order to prevent a further accidents, such as zero tolerance program is being implemented continuously and safety improvement at MRT work sites, whereby 60 professional and experienced safety supervisors were deployed for the elevated alignment to establish an additional layer of policy and safety precautions, as well as the company also taking part in work package contractor WPC to increase safety training for all MRT employees, including subcontractors, particularly those who are performing a high-risk jobs. Therefore, throughout these efforts, it will tighten the site supervisions, simplified check and approval procedure are being implemented systematically for all construction projects in MRT to guarantee worksite efficiency and fulfills a safety compliance. Okay, that's all from me. Next, I will pass to the next presenter for the other issues of MRT project.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Suraya binti SUPIAN and I'll be presenting about the issue land equation. So one of the issue during the making of MRT project is the land equation. This become a topic and as well an issue due to the fact that one of the railway part of the MRT took place under a specific place and building. It might cause danger and harm to the people that residing at the place if it was found that the place of the land will not be able to support the making of the railway. So MRT was intended to carry a huge number of people due to the increasing number of people using the public transportation service around Kuala Lumpur, Ampang Jaya, Petaling Jaya, Putrajaya and many other areas. The construction will be involving Ampang Park Station, and due to the large scale of construction, it requires a spacious area for the realization of the project, and this gave an impact to the landowner of the respective area. This became an issue because around 62 registered strata owners of Ampang Park Shopping Centre applied to the High Court to get technical drawing and specification from the MRT Corp, and they applied to know more about the safety issue related to the construction of the MRT line project, which the land acquisition was asked in the beginning due to the safety. If you can see from the perspective of the landowners, there is no necessity in demolishing the mall over the safety issues as commented by the MRT Corp, which is why they applied to the High Court in order to get the issue ascertained. The resolution for the issue is that after the landowners as well as the shop owners for the complex, the appeal that was made toward the court got rejected, in which the government then decided to pay around 400 million ringgit to the shop owners. The compensation as well for the strata owners that will make way for the second MRT line was a range around 300 million ringgit to 400 million ringgit. As well as the tenants for the shopping complex, they were also given a separate compensation package, and this is all because they will not be the same after the land acquisition, which is a concern. It was also urged to the federal government in providing a fair remuneration for the shop owners, since they will be economically impacted since their source of income will be lost and they are needed to find a new place, which will take them some time for which a while, and this was because of the equation itself. In the end, all of them have the right to claim for the loss and for profit and goodwill up to 3 years, not just months.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Maizatul Nazirah. So in this part, I will explain in detail about the 4 issues that have been identified from MRT project. So the first issues is insufficient trained staff and labor shortage. For this MRT project, we analyzed that MRT face insufficient trained staff. According to Economic Transformation Program 2013 report, it stated that even though MRT is in a good flow, but there is an issue that needs to be faced, which is inadequate skilled and trained staff to operate the tunnel boring machine. Tunnel boring machine is actually a machine that MRT need to use to construct the tunnel for MRT Sungai Kujur Kajang line. However, MRT is lack of skilled worker to operate the tunnel boring machine. In addition, Malaysia is in demand for more tunnel experts. See, Malaysia is lack of capability and capacity to operate their own TBM, just like the other countries such as Germany. Germany have their own TBM simulator that they can operate for their own since they have more knowledge and skill about the TBMs, even though the sources of the TBM is from the other country. However, for Malaysia not only lack of industrial capability, they also lack of skilled worker to operate the tunnel boring machine. So, in order for them to occur the problem, they have to come out with their own TBM simulator that can be used to train the potential staff regarding to TBM machine. Lastly, MRT also facing foreign labor shortage. Since Malaysia didn't have any skilled worker to operate the TBMs machine and so on, MRT have to hire foreign labor. However, many MRT contractors have facing a serious foreign labor shortage. These issues arise because there is a long application procedure that been established by Minister of Human Resources, Minister of Home Affairs, and the Contractor Industry Development Authority that need to be fulfilled and complicated. It takes more than 8 months for the labor to complete the application and to submit it to the construction site. Therefore, this is too long for them, and it will give impact for the construction business project deadlines. The solution for the issues that have been stated, MRT Corps and Gamuda have invested 10 million to set up the Tunnel Training Academy or TTA institution that focusing in tunnel boring machine technology. This is an effort from Gamuda to curb the insufficient trained staff issue for the project of MRT Sungai Buloh Kajang line. TTA was established to competence the workforce in the field of tunnel construction, as well as assisting the amount of required specialist skilled staff for the MRT project rollout. It was launched in December 2011 by Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad in order to promote the standard of Malaysia Technical and Vocational Education and Training (TVET). TTA establishment is also aligned with the government goal of transforming Malaysia into the high-income country, along with the part of MMC Buka Muda Training Initiative to improve the knowledge, skill, and efficiency of employees in the local construction field. With the existence of this training academy, it will produce more skill and knowledge employees regarding to the tunnel field. So this will help to reduce the dependency of foreign workers on this MRT project, as well as to reduce the entry of foreign employees in this country. So Malaysia can depend on Malaysian employees in developing the country. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum. My name is WAHIDA FARIZA binti WASILAH. My matrix number 2020-452666, and I'm going to present about the fourth issue, which is lack of customer using MRT. The issue is MRT aim to reduce the number of cars on the road and increase the use of public transport. This is because when there's so much car on the road, it will lead to air pollution, and also it will increase, that will cause to traffic jam. So when there is traffic jam, it will make the citizen more stressed because they cannot reach their house after working. It will increase the spend time of the citizen on the road rather than resting in their house. Also, the target of customer for MRT is 150,000 passengers in average for a day. This lower target set by MRT is because the first target that has been set is 400,000 for average in a day, which they failed to achieve that, so they reduced the target to 150,000 passengers. Also, MRT offers cheaper rate rather than other public transport, which is bus, BRT, LRT, monorail, and KTM. So, even though they offer much more cheaper rate, it still did not attract the customer to use the MRT service. Also, MRT did not offer much station and it consumed a lot of time. This is because MRT first line, which is from Sungai Buloh to Kajang, is built around the housing area, and also even though it is nearby with housing area, it still take lot of time for the customer to reach to the MRT station from their house. So when it takes a longer time, when the frequency of bus is not frequent, it will take a lot of time for the customer to, especially for them to wait for the bus in order to bring them to MRT stations. So when it take a longer time, customer decide to use their car to go to their workplace. So when this is happen, it will reduce the customer that use MRT. The resolution that the MRT can take is by adding new MRT line that which is the MRT second line, which is from Sungai Buloh, Serdang, Putrajaya, that is planned to open in 2022. This second line offers 36 stations, and one of it is Putrajaya, Cyberjaya, and others. So MRT also need to promote their service to the public, especially for the attraction around the station, which we can see the station Pasar Seni is nowadays has went viral because of the attraction around the Pasar Seni area that attract younger passenger to use the service in order to go there. Because of the traffic jam that has made them to use MRT to go to the place that they want to. Also, the accessibility need to be added in order to encourage the use of MRT, especially for the interchange bus that is offered to bring the passenger from around their housing area to the MRT station. The frequency of the bus need to be added in order to reduce the waiting time of the passenger, and also when the public transportation is efficient, it will encourage the passenger to use the service and reduce the number of car. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, the result of this study is to have better understanding in the MRT project in Malaysia. MRT systems construction in Kuala Lumpur will boost the city's level of sustainable transportation. Other than that, it also will provide accessibility as well as economic transformation to the areas that it travels through. This can be seen when there are many malls and high-rise buildings that has been built in the city of Malaysia. Moreover, the advancements in technology and having good problem solving is very important in making the MRT project to be more successful in the future. Furthermore, organizational competence, relational capability, communication levels, absorption capacity and technical capability, growth of competent human resources and economic advancement are all the elements that are needed to be considered in making this MRT project to happen. That's all from us. Thank you.